Good morning, good morning. A little dry brush. Feels so good first thing in the morning. Mm-hmm. Stimulates the lymphatic system. Exfoliates. The skin is where we shed toxins. So by dry brushing, we're helping the expulsion of toxins. It's like a bear that rubs his back against a tree. It just feels really good. It's kind of intense and just like good at the same time. Mm-hmm. Invest in a nice little dry brush. Something that you can use to get your back. Mm-hmm. Start off the day with that. Of course, think of your oil pulling. Oil pulling. I just keep this in the bathroom. Take about a teaspoon in the mouth. First thing in the morning as I sit down to my morning constitutional. And yeah, swish it around. For about 20 minutes, pulls out all this bacteria that's been accumulating over the night, over the previous day. It helps reduce gingivitis, takes away bad breath. I mean, do your friends and colleagues and lovers a favor and swish, like pull out that bad breath. You don't need that. You don't need all those harmful bacteria. And yeah, make your breath feel good every morning, 20 minutes. And you'll also have less intense scraping at the dentist. My friend Jim went, and he had 2 different dentists tell him that they didn't really need to do much to clean his teeth because he had been oil pulling for 3 years. So start today, and your mouth will feel better tomorrow morning. It's real. It's very real. It's been done for thousands of years, and it's something that we can bring back. So oil pulling is a beautiful thing. Beautiful. Well, we're here drinking our water. After oil pulling, 5 glasses of warm water flushes out the intestines, rehydrates the body. A lot of times we're actually not hungry, we're thirsty. And I don't know that we've been really constructed or evolved, depending on which which creation or evolution theory you believe, but I don't believe we're constructed, or the way that we're set up is necessarily to sip water all day. I feel like we probably went down to the stream, we drank a lot of water, and we went about our day. And occasionally, like once or twice a day, we went down to the stream to get some water. We didn't sit there and sip out of a flask. So enjoy your water a couple times a day. I drink it first thing in the morning after oil pulling, and then right before dinner, like half an hour before dinner. That's the water that I need for the day, and I don't really feel a lot of extra thirst. My body just feels like it has the hydration that it needs. So enjoy that. Well, we're going to continue on with our intention setting and visualization practice. This is something that We're creating our intention for the next 90 days, 1 year, and 5 years. And so I want you to take some moments out of your day and write down your intention for 90 days. Write down your intention for 1 year and write down your intention for 5 years. And as we continue with that practice, every morning we're going to come into our intention space, which is a space that we create in our mind where we're setting our intention. And we're going to create that moment during our morning ritual, go into meditation. We're going to feel compassion in our hearts as we focus on our intention. Think of beautiful, loving thoughts of your loved ones, of every being that you just feel love and compassion for. Feel that gratitude in your heart. And we're going to use bodily sensations, like whether it be, just our mala beads, or just some physical sensation in our body that we're going to use as a way to bring us really into the present. We're going to be very much in the present as part of our meditation and intention setting. And in our minds, we're going to state our intention and be very specific about what it is that we're creating in the next 90 days, in the next 1 year, in the next 5 years. Be very specific. Feel it in your body. Feel that compassion and gratitude as if it's happening right now. And visualize it in all of its detail. Like, go through the motions in your mind's eye of it being here right now. And continue with that as part of our meditation. And visualize it as an established fact, as it is happening, as if it is right now. And then really, as part of our intention setting, we're also just surrendering to the universe. We're stepping back from this particular craving desire that it happens for us right now, and we're stepping back from that, and we're surrendering to the magic of the universe and not craving that it does happen and not saying that it won't happen. We're just resting in the surrender of it being. It just is. And so that's our meditation. All right. So let's put it all together and put it together in our meditation. And so let's go into that now. If you have a mala or a rosary that you want to use as part of your focus, as you repeat your intention, you can move, one of the beads forward and just keep repeating it. That's the point of these mala beads and these rosaries, is to just really help keep focus on the intention, the prayer, and just repeat it. And so, this is our daily practice. So let's go with that. And I'm going to start a bit of a timer here for some minutes. And feel free to rest, breathe, and go into your intention now. Wow, that is so beautiful. I really love doing this with you. I can really feel it in my body and my mind as I go into the present moment, and it's happening right now. Isn't that beautiful? It's so good to do this with you every morning. Mm, mm, mm. Beautiful. Well, that's our morning meditation. Let's also now jump into our breathing, our morning breathing. This is an activating breathing technique, energizing. It's kind of a combination of a bunch of different practices, breath of fire, which maybe you've heard of. It's also a ancient breathing technique, but it's also been studied by Wim Hof and kind of popularized by Wim Hof, who's a Dutch yogi. I wouldn't think he calls himself a yogi, but he's really a scientist, and he has experimented with himself and basically used himself as an experiment, which is what we're all doing. We're going through experiments, and we're creating these experiments and experiencing these incredible benefits firsthand. And so if you want to get this app that he has on the App Store, it's Wim Hof, and he has a set of practices that he outlines, and this is what we do every morning. It's a breathing technique that activates the deeper subconscious neural connections in the mind, and we have a deeper part of the brain that has been pretty much isolated due to the agitation of society, agitation of all the craziness that's happening with jobs and work and paying bills and crazy news and, wars and what we perceive to be all of these horrible things, and that throws the amygdala this ancient reptilian part of the brain into a freeze. And so there's actually, it's the fight, flight, or freeze portion of the brain. And so no neural connectivity attaches to that because it's kind of in this frozen state. And so what we're doing is we're creating an uncomfortable situation first by oxygenating and energizing our system, and then holding our breath completely exhaled. And that kind of both creates a stressor on this portion of the brain, and then we breathe, and then it releases. And so it's going through this kind of uncomfortable moment that it releases the tension of that deeper part of the brain. And so in research that they're doing on Wim Hof and others now, is that it boosts immunity, like he's got crazy immunity. It's boosting kind of energy levels. It's reducing anxiety and depression in just 4 days. So this is what we do every morning. It's 4 cycles of 40 breaths. It's very simple, actually. And I do encourage you to get the app and study Wim Hof and understand what's going on. And watching a lot of his interviews, you'll find out a lot of really interesting details. We're just here this morning to actually do it. We're here every morning to do it so that we all can start to realize the benefits of having a fully integrated brain. Like 100% of our brain is getting connected and activated by doing this. So it starts off with a deep inhale. So inhale your lungs all the way to the top, and then exhale all the air to nothing left. Inhale kind of intensely, exhale kind of serenely, and keep doing that kind of with some intensity. Keep going. It's also called a breath of fire. Use your diaphragm to inhale, and use your diaphragm to exhale. Push your stomach all the way to the spine if you can. Last 10 breaths of the first round. Get ready with your retention timer. Three more breaths. Get ready to exhale completely. Last breath, exhale completely down to 0 and hold at the bottom for as long as you can. See if you can make 2 minutes. Just be present. Take a deep breath. Hold for 15. By all means, if you can hold it longer than I've been holding it, do that. Keep going, keep going, keep going as long as you can go until it becomes like not only uncomfortable, but really uncomfortable. And then take a deep breath for 15 and hold at the inhale. And then release all the toxins, release all the negative thoughts, all the draining thoughts that have been holding you down, and come back into this moment, this beautiful moment that we're sharing together with gratitude, repeating our intentions, feeling our intentions as if they're happening right now. Our 90-day intention, our 1-year intention, our 5-year intention, feeling that as if it is happening right now, because it is. There is only one moment, and that is this moment, and it is happening. Beautiful. Let's begin our second round. It's the same pattern, the same format. So begin with a deep inhale and exhale completely. Intense inhale, breath of fire out. Feel your intention happening right now. Visualize it in extreme detail. Ten more breaths. Feel that tingling all over the body and mind. Get your retention timer ready. Last breath, deep inhale, deep exhale, completely to zero. Come into this moment, feel so much gratitude, compassion. Hold at the bottom. Deep inhale, hold for 15. Breathe out all the toxins, all the thoughts that you don't need anymore. Let them go back to the absolute. We're in a connected consciousness. We're all connected. Something like 70% of our thoughts are not even our own. So that means that we're picking up other people's thoughts. And it also means that we're projecting our thoughts out to other people. So instead of allowing our own thoughts that our mind would naturally want to spin and make up, we're intentionally creating the thoughts that we want to have manifest the thoughts, and we're creating them as if they're happening right now. And then we're releasing our intention, we're releasing our expectation that they're going to happen at this very second, but we're just releasing and surrendering to the universe and letting the universe magically unfold. And this is what we're doing. We're setting our intention. We're putting those thoughts and those energies and with deep compassion out into the thought sphere, out into the universe. And that's what creates our intention. We're allowing the universe to manifold, unfold, manifest and unfold beautifully, magically in every moment. Beautiful. So let's begin our third round. And again, use these moments of breathing to repeat the intention, feel it in the heart, feel it as if it's happening right now, because it is, and visualize it in extreme detail in your mind. All right, beautiful. So begin with an inhale and exhale completely. Exhale all the stale air in your lungs. Completely down to zero. Fiery inhale, fiery exhale. Use your abdomen, your diaphragm. We have something like 3 billion neurons in our brain, 40 million neurons in our heart, 100 million neurons in our gut, and neurons all over our bodies. Our consciousness is permeating in like an antenna throughout our entire body and mind. We're connecting all of these neurons together with our deepest intention, loving compassion, intention. Feeling it in our bodies and minds as it's happening right now. Last 10 of our third round. Feeling such gratitude for being together here in this moment. Last 5 breaths. Feeling a lot tingly. 3 more breaths. Getting ready to exhale completely. Start our retention timer. Exhale completely to 0. Repeat our intention in our bodies and minds. Deep inhale. Hold. Release all the toxins through the breath. Release all the thoughts that you don't need anymore. Feel the energy and the activation in the deepest parts of the brain. This is our part of our daily morning ritual. Oil pulling, drinking water, deep breathing, meditation, and follow it up with a beautiful cold shower. If you want to start off with hot water and then move to cold, see if you can breathe for 60 deep breaths in the cold. If you want, you can shoot the cold water directly at your thyroid. It'll really help the lymphatic system, your immune system. Spin around a couple times in the cold. Feel it all over your body. And that will also activate this deeper part of the brain. Again, the deeper part of the brain and the body and the mind are all connecting and activating by going through this uncomfortable moment, whether it be the deep breathing hold or it be the cold of the shower, and it activates this deeper part of the brain. So do that cold shower, see if you can do 60 cycles of deep breaths, make it something like 2 minutes long, and that will really activate your body and activate your immune system. Beautiful. Let's finish up with our last round of deep breathing for the morning and then jump up and move on with our day. This is our 4th round. In this round, instead of just holding our breath at the bottom, which we're going to do, but we're also going to do as many push-ups as we can. If you are in a place that you can do push-ups, if you're not in a place that you can do push-ups, then see if you can just maybe do isometric exercises where you're just moving your arms back and forth in that hold. Do the push-ups as slowly as you can. That will maximize the benefit of it and help you just remain very present as you repeat your intention. Beautiful. All right, so let's begin our fourth round. Again, this round, the only difference is when we're doing the exhale and hold, we're going to do as many push-ups as we can. You can do those push-ups on your toes, tippy toes if you even want. You can do it on just your toes. You could do it on your knees. If those are difficult for you, just lean up against a wall and do the push-ups that way. If you're not in a position that you can do that, just do an isometric exercise where you're keeping your muscles tight and using that motion. Beautiful. So appreciate you being here this morning, doing this ritual with us together is really beautiful. So let's dive into our fourth round. Begin with a deep inhale and a deep exhale. All the way down to zero. Feel that energy. We're bringing in not only an oxygen, we're bringing in what's called prana or chi or orgone energy or 0 point energy. It's the energy of the universe. We're storing it in every cell of our bodies and minds. Feel your intention as if it's happening right now. Feel so much compassion and gratitude. Visualize it happening as it's happening right now. 90 days, 1 year, 5 years. Let go of any expectation. Surrender to the universe. Last 3 breaths, get into your push-up position. Last 2 breaths. Get ready with your retention timer. Last deep breath, exhale completely. All the way down to 0. Start your timer. Repeat your intention. Deep inhale. release all the toxins, feel the energy, the activation. Let go of all the draining thoughts. Come back into your intention. Feel it in your heart and mind. Know that it's happening right now. Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining each morning. See you tomorrow morning for another daily morning ritual. I love you. Have a beautiful day. If you'd like, you can always do a handstand with me.